This is the Excuse Factory with E-Rock and Ted.
We're back, y'all.
Hey, we're back. That's
and we're
fun.
sexier than ever.
In real time, it's been a week.
But we're back, we're recording.
We're back?
We've been locked in my office. We've been
Guess
filtering
who's back?
pee through our t-shirts to try to get moisture.
Pretty much water whirling it.
Water worlding it. I am
Say that 10 times fast.
Jordan, I was going to call him his brothers. Jordan is currently Dennis Hopper. I'm Kevin Costner. I've got a bit of a mullet. And Gil's
I'm the
behind
hot
my
chick
ears.
who gets naked.
You're
I'm the hot chick who gets naked behind the chains.
I've always been good on a jet ski.
He's been good. I've never been on a jet ski.
I seen it.
I've never done it.
I was also on a jet ski.
What?
You've never been on a jet ski?
No.
You guys haven't lived.
Jordan,
bro.
this is a truth-telling podcast, and you just...
But they don't stop like
Strike
cars.
one.
You just
I
keep
thought it was
going.
a research podcast. I did a lot of research.
It's a research. I know you went on a Wikipedia page for yourself. And
You guys are drinking wine out of wine glasses.
No, we're
Actually,
not.
I think I watched Jordo take a swig out of the bottle as well.
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, I didn't.
No,
Hold
he
on.
didn't?
No,
I
he
would,
never.
I would admit that I had. I would. Eric knows that I would.
He would.
That's something out of you, punk rock motherfucker.
When you were growing up,
Who
did
did
you have people that would say when they were denying something, would they say, "No, I never"? That's a Belgian
Yes.
thing. No, I never.
Is that a Belgian
No.
thing?
Yeah. You didn't. I went to Prince of Wales though, which was a pretty dirt school.
Oh, actually, I can confirm my mother.
What about...
My mother is a supply teacher, retired regular teacher.
What up,
retired
Jordan's
supply teacher.
mom, who's
What
not
up?
going to listen to this?
What up? My mom's not going to listen.
I told my mom not to listen to this.
But she
'cause I
confirms
say,
that
"Fuck,
Prince of Wales, where Eric went to school, is a piece of shit school.
it's a piece of shit.
Piece of
school,
shit,
babe."
terrible school.
But there were
Prince of
kids
shit.
when I was.
If anybody listening to this podcast has their kids going to Prince of Wales, you are probably a piece of shit. Your kids,
I wouldn't say.
They're probably a piece of shit like you guys.
definitely.
Yeah. So
Can I just interrupt for like a point of second?
You
I hope
can.
so.
You can.
Another one is I don't even care.
That's also a shitty school, yeah.
It's not even that funny, but it's hitting me.
I don't care.
I don't care.
You know
I don't
you're getting
care.
suspended, right? I don't even care. I don't even care.
So listen, guys, I gotta say,
Hey Jordo,
What
I
up?
don't even care.
what I have to say is not important, but I'm here.
You're here.
So
You're here for a reason, so talk.
I'm here for a
my
reason. So
If you're not buying time,
I'm gonna eat some minutes up, boys.
I was gonna nudge you into some more stories.
I know. I'm just jumping ahead of there.
Let's get there.
Just keeping a theme with Trenton and everything. I have personally given smokes to some famous people.
Wait.
Hey,
Can-
buddy, you gotta smoke.
Hashtag darts.
Darts.
Straight darts, but
I think the funniest person I've given a smoke to was Ben Mulroney.
I need to Google.
Did you
Ben
give it to?
Mulroney
Did you give
right
it to
now.
his?
Wait, are you seriously good?
Oh wait, is that the guy at the New York?
That's
Park
fucking
something?
Brian Mulroney,
It's
former
Brian
PM.
Mulroney.
I don't know.
And
I
he
don't
was
know.
he was on TV in Canada.
Yeah,
Can I see
he's
his
on,
name?
like,
What's his name again?
Canada's
What's
Next
his
Top
name?
Show or
Ben
something.
Mulroney.
He was on
Ben
like a.
Mulroney. Just let me live.
Are you you're near your computer?
Mulroney.
Ben Mulroney.
Oh, that guy.
That guy.
That fucking.
That guy.
Fucking guy.
He's kind of like
This
Trudeau.
fucking guy.
That was funny just because look at the guy. Do you think he smokes? Do you really look?
No,
at him.
man, that
And
guy.
if he
That
smokes,
guy smokes.
he has
That
money
guy
for
wears
darts.
pop collars.
That guy smokes.
He's
and
not buying.
His
He's
dad
not buying
was
putters.
Prime Minister of Canada, so if
So
he's
he's
Prime
gotta be
Minister
cool.
of Canada, you bought that position, so
Yeah.
you have some money.
And he invented GST, so they funneled that directly into their accounts.
That's how GST works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, because
That's
I
why
know all about GST.
HST went to Harper's account.
Yeah, Harper sales tax.
Well, H.
It doesn't.
and Harper,
There's no
like
way the
Harper,
H stood for anything else.
No.
He's still getting that money. He doesn't even have the office anymore.
I heard they also got STDs.
What's that mean? Like sales tax division, or I don't follow. Like, do you mean
I didn't
socially
know.
taxed?
I was trying to be
dividends?
funny.
Giving a smoke to Ben Mulroney was funny to me just because, and also He's a douchebag.
He's a 1%er, and he's asking you for a smoke. He's like, hey, can I fuck your wife? I'm a feudal lord.
He's like, hey, Jordo.
Hey,
I already know your name's Jordo.
Hey, you know that movie Braveheart? I'm gonna fuck your wife and steal your land.
But E-Rock, it's funny you brought up Lieutenant Winters from Band of Brothers earlier.
Yes, I did.
Well, we were just chilling before, because HBO has excellent programming.
Actually, it's a Showtime show. But no, Band of Brothers is HBO.
Band of Brothers. Yeah. Sorry, Lieutenant Winter's current show is for Showtime, but
yeah.
Band of Brothers is an HBO.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But I did not mind giving this 1%er a smoke. Freaking Donnie Wahlberg.
You gave fucking Donnie.
I gave Donnie Wahlberg a smoke.
Did he give you a Donnie burger?
No, he did not give me a burger. This might have.
I heard that's actually a sex position.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Give me the old Donnie burger, bud.
It's where you
Trenton.
No, it's where you slap them in the face and spit in their asshole, or. And then say
that's a Donnie sausage, my friend.
No, that's a Mark Wahlberg. He doesn't like Vietnamese guys.
Yeah, and then you gotta film in a movie called Transformers or something.
Teenager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, but tell me about. So who else bum smokes? You got Donnie Wahlberg. You got Ben Mulroney.
Actually,
who are you, Jordo?
Those might just be the
famous
two.
to me right now.
Those were the two.
But Donnie Wahlberg was like, he asked me for a smoke, and I'm like, yeah, fuck, you can totally have a smoke, Donnie Wahlberg. And like, I loved you in Band of Brothers, and he's like,
I didn't know you met Donnie Wahlberg. He is the better of the two brothers.
Yeah, sure. Honestly, right? It was at the Much Music Video Awards, and he was performing with New Kids on the Block.
Oh my!
Which were way
Were
better.
They playing their hit single that I don't even know.
No, but Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, they got a couple songs.
Marky
New
Mark
Kids on the Block,
a whole
New Kids on the
concert
Block
with his pants down.
They have Step by Step, ooh baby, I'm gonna get to you, girl. Step one, we can have lots of fun. Step two. There's just so much to do. Step three. You can kneel down and I'll pee on you. Step four. You're
this isn't R.
Kelly. Tyler jumped on the R. Kelly.
Yeah, he did. Because I'm dumb.
I met a famous person once.
Who'd you meet?
At the skate park.
Was it Mocha only?
You guys have... Well... Actually.
No, it wasn't.
No, you guys have seen Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Of course.
Of course.
You know the guys who are all like extreme?
Good sex.
Remember the guys like extreme cheddar, and then he pops a bag, and then he's like.
No, because I saw that high as a teenager, so I don't remember.
Oh, well, I met that guy. So
to the extreme. I think you told me about that.
So there you go.
He's a skater. He's a real life
person
skater
too.
guy,
So I'm cool. I'm cool.
All right.
I'm the coolest kid.
I met Bill Clinton.
So Jordo, back to you.
you met the. Did you meet the Pope when you did sound for the Pope?
Not really.
Yeah.
You did sound for the Pope?
I was there.
Did you try to kiss the ring, but the lineup was too long?
I missed the ring.
You're not you're not a mackerel snapping papist, so we knew you weren't serious about that endeavor. Jordan, I know.
I did some for Prince Charles also.
Not Prince Albert though.
No.
Hey, we have
That's fucking rad though.
Jordan, the person in the room with me now. One story I wanted you to talk about, which is, to me, I haven't heard this in a long-ass time. To anybody who knows, were they 80s? Was that their heyday?
The 80s. Oh, they were totally in the 80s.
So there was Great White. They're kind of a cock rock band. Like, were they Canadian?
No, they're from L.A.
Okay, so they're from L.A. They're a cock rock band, and Jordan did sound from them when he was just getting started in his career. And he did a side project for them that was like a procurement piece. So Jordan, because you're not full name Jordan, you could tell us all about it without fear of slander or repercussion.
What's procurement mean?
It means fetching something.
Okay.
It means like buying goods and then transferring them to the buyer.
Yeah, it's a fancy word.
I'm an English major. So
hey, everybody.
Let's continue. Everybody.
Unless you ask.
So Tyler, I'm sure Great White, the band Great White, means nothing to you, right? Have you heard
Unless you died in the fire.
Have you heard of them?
They played this bar and people, the bar.
If you got a song that died. I would know, then
they had a sort of hit, but the big thing was they killed literally 100 people. 100 people in a fire.
Google it.
There was a fire at a club in Rhode Island.
It was early millennium, wasn't
it? Yeah.
We don't need to fact check. Excuse Factory, we're not a research podcast.
But, yeah, like 100 people died, including the guitar player in the band. Or one of the guitar players.
I'm laughing because it's my reflex to bad things.
But,
I don't think it's funny that anyone died.
No. But it was, like, because they had pyro, they used pyro in a club that should not have pyro in it, and, like, shit caught on fire, 100 people died in a stampede.
Michael Jackson got burned with pyro, and he was top of the line, so these guys with pyro, you should, if you're second rate,
this is Great White. Pyro. Like, this is not top of the line.
No.
Just by those little firecracker things you whip on
their hit song, by the way, I'm just going to mention now, their hit song was Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
Twice.
Once bitten, twice shy. Once bitten, twice shy.
Now I remember. Yeah.
Super cock rock.
Yeah, they're like Diet Motley Crue, right?
Anyway, so I was working at a shitty bar in a shitty town, Oshawa, Ontario, Canada.
The Schwa.
The dirty Schwa. Thank you, the Schwiggity. And the owner of the bar, who's a friend of mine, he booked Great White to play, and so they played Winnipeg the night before, and that night in Winnipeg, apparently the lead singer of the band, Jack, Captain Jack, he fell off the stage and fucking hurt himself.
Can I a quick interjection? He didn't fall off the stage because it was an integral part of the performance that he was physical.
No, this is not.
He probably was wasted.
He's wasted.
And he fell off the fucking stage.
He's 100% wasted.
And listen, if he's playing at the club in Oshawa that I was working at, then he was not playing somewhere nice.
He's not big. You could do a good venue in Oshawa, can't you? There's got to be one or two.
There's a couple.
Not really. It's not the end of the line. You're not done.
This is a long time ago.
You're not North Haverbrook, Shelbyville type gigs, but it's not great.
North Haverbrook.
But anyway, Jordan, continue.
Monorail.
So,
Monorail.
The club sends a driver to go pick the band up from the airport, or a driver, a couple vans or whatever, and they have to go right to the hospital to shoot the lead singer Jack up with morphine because he had fallen off the stage.
Quick interjection. I've heard when you've gotten hurt.
You need to stop your quick interjection.
No, it's a quick interjection.
That's how podcasts work.
This is how podcasts work, and then when you call me out, you slow it down. It's not quick. Now it's a medium interjection. So real quick, when you get legitimately hurt, you're a regular person, the first thing the ER doctor says is, by the way, I don't dispense pain medicine. And you're like, what the fuck? This is why I'm here. I need Oxy. Okay? If you don't have Oxy, I need Percocet. If you don't have Percocet, I need T3s. If you don't have that, I guess I could go to the pharmacy and get T1s.
I want some Percs and some Oxys.
The interjection is over. Back to Jordan.
So, the band comes back to the club, does a sound check, and goes to leave. And they're all talking about how they are not going to perform that night. That the singer is too hurt. It's not going to happen.
Which is lame. They have a job to do.
They have a job to do.
Whether or not it's fun.
There's tickets sold. There's stupid people that have bad taste in music and bought tickets to go see this show.
They're on the hook.
Well,
and they were once bitten by getting into Great White. But if they... exactly. You finished my thought perfectly.
How hurt was he?
So he was limping around. I will say that, and he apparently had fallen off the stage.
He did need one or two Percocets at least.
All that said,
at least a
I go downstairs because I heard the band talking because I'm just the crew guy. I just work the club, right?
Yeah.
So I hear them talking about how they're not going to play the show. And I go downstairs and tell the owner of the club that the band's not going to play the show, and he's on the hook for these tickets. And so he tells me, he looks me straight in the eye, and he says to me, Jordan, you get them whatever the fuck it takes to get their asses on that stage. I do not fucking care. I will pay for it.
Yeah.
And I say,
you guys want some good sweets?
Okay.
And Jordan's like, so that means anything. You mean like the the $10 steak taco at Taco Bell? And the owner's like, you should probe more.
We don't want to give him the shits guy.
So,
they might want something stronger.
So I catch the band getting into their van on the way to the hotel, and I just push past the tour manager. I'm like, Jack, listen, I understand you're hurt, but we have the club has a lot of money on the line here, and whatever it's going to take to get you on the stage,
whatever it takes,
whatever it's going to take, and he lays a finger aside of his nose. And says, this shirt is what it's going to take to get me on stage.
It's a reasonable fucking request.
It's pretty
professional touring musician.
Wait,
need
what year
an 8 ball.
What year was this?
This is 2000.
What was the year?
2004.
Ah, shit.
Okay.
2005, 2004, 2005.
Well, it's not as reasonable in 2004 as it would be today.
No, it's straight. It is very reasonable. You're just younger. We were in our early 20s at that point. It's right. That's an adult. Okay, for the absolute fucking square ass listener, we're talking about cocaine.
Cocaine.
They need cocaine. Okay.
They need cocaine.
We're not talking about crack. We need powdered cocaine, preferably not stepped on.
Eric, you're getting ahead of me.
I'm getting ahead of you. I'm sorry.
He does in fact eat crack.
Oh shit! You didn't tell me they needed crack. This is a genuine reaction. I did not know there was crack in the story.
Okay, so what ended up happening? I bought
how much cocaine?
I get some cocaine for
how much?
It was just like a gram. I got like a gram for the lead singer.
That's one person.
For Jack, and I get him his cocaine.
Okay,
and they go off to the hotel.
Right.
And the rest of the band and the crew are still at the club, and the tour manager fucking hauls me aside. He's like, you just got fucking Jack cocaine. Like, no, you did. I'm like, no, man, no, I didn't. I totally did not help Jack buy cocaine. I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, I know you did, and I want some too.
I want some too.
I want some too. I want that pearly ass, gasoline ass smelling.
Pearl enough.
So the club cocaine dealers had a bonanza that day of
course they did.
Of LA shit rockers invading their fucking space and buying their cocaine.
We're gonna call him Donnie.
Donnie Darkhead.
That's actually, it's funny you should call us.
Is that his name?
No, there was some. It wasn't that, but there was a guy named Donnie that hung out. Anyways, never mind.
Side note.
Sidebar.
So I'm later that night. I'm mixing the opener. Okay. All right, and one of the bartenders.
Wiki.
I'm not a DJ. I'm a singer guy.
Fuck off, Tyler. This is a storytelling podcast, not a joking around podcast.
My turn to get the.
I'm mixing the opener, and this lady comes up to me, one of the bartenders, and hands me the phone. She's like, "It's for you." It's an Asian lady who ended up actually, they caught her stealing from the club. So, anyway, that was much
so the
later.
Phone call wasn't actually
for that entire continent.
She comes, phone for you. Comes brings me the phone, and it's Jack from this fucking hotel. He's like, is this Jordan? Got me the coke? I'm like, yeah. Don't
zero
don't
phone
say
discipline.
That.
Don't say that on the phone.
Don't say that on the phone. What are you doing? And he's like, listen. I'm cooking this shit, and it is not coming up with anything.
It's not cooking back.
It is not cooking back. I am getting nothing here. I'm like,
Quick sidebar. Cooking back. So if you cook back crack with a little bit of water and baking soda, or cook back cocaine and a little bit of water and baking soda, if it doesn't cook back,
Eric,
you cannot have crack. No, don't say shut up. The average person doesn't know how to make crack. That not everybody listens to hip hop.
Yeah, it's like
or grew up in Belleville.
Your job to teach them all.
So he tells me, he's just like, listen, I have real money, and I am sitting at this hotel here. You need to get somebody here with something real, or I am not getting on stage tonight. And my mind was like, you are not in Metallica. Like, what are you? Who is this guy? So.
And crack doesn't last.
You know what?
It's not a long-lasting fix.
So I had only spent $80 of the club's money at this point. So
you gotta get an 8-ball.
I made a decision, and I sent somebody serious to that guy's hotel room.
Okay.
And by God, we had a concert that night. We had a concert that night where that band.
How did they do?
Great White.
I almost spilled my beer.
Tyler,
fuck.
They played once, bitten twice, man. Shied twice. they played their hit song 2 times.
No wonder you probably had the best concert that night.
They played their hit song 2 times, man.
Shit.
And again, the rest of the band's like, man, fuck.
And he's like, it's pure as the driven snow.
He didn't fall off the stage.
Damn it.
That's so sad. It's so sad that
100 people died. It was literally like the Paying the Lawyer Bill tour. Is what it was. It was
Tyler.
That's how sad it was.
Have you seen the Rock the Bells DVD of Wu-Tang? Tyler, you've seen that with me, where it was the last concert that had all of the Wu-Tang Clan together, and ODB was there, but
he sits on the amp.
He sits on the monitor on stage, and he's like, I'm just here fulfilling a contractual obligation. He didn't rap. He just sat on the stage, and then they gave him crack at the end of the thing. And it was like, I felt so depressed watching that DVD. And like ODB, I love ODB, and it's depressing how he died of he was in like a court-ordered rehab. He had a fucking like condom or balloon full of cocaine or crack in his stomach, and it burst, and he immediately OD'd. There was no, like, he had
no fun.
He probably had like a quarter of whatever, coke or crack. I mean, either way, once it hits your stomach lining, that's too much all at once. Like, anybody who's partied hard, you're not supposed to have it all at once. You don't do an 8-ball all at once, unless you're like Charlie Sheen or something.
Women.
Yeah, and you have AIDS, and you fuck children, because that's what Charlie Sheen does. We're gonna give him Hot Shots Part 2. That was a good movie, and Platoon. But anyway, like Rock the Bells, it's just depressing to see someone who's such a Great White. They're fucking hacks. They were. If it was Motley Crue, you'd be like, all right, I get it. You wrote Too Young to Fall in Love. You wrote the whole Shout at the Devil album was flawless. And Wu-Tang Clan and ODB solo career, amazing music, but it's too bad he died that way. And I don't want to make the show about this, but was it Bad Boy? Is that the name of the record label that Diddy has?
Yeah.
So ODB, when he got out of jail, when he was in jail, he set himself on fire to go into the psych ward, because ODB, yes, he was a wild fucking guy.
Didn't he get his jaw broken like 3 times or something?
He got his ass kicked in jail. Like, everybody was fucking him up. They're beating him up, victimizing him, because they're like, oh, you're ODB, you're hard as fuck. Yes, he is hard as fuck, but he's not our true, like, gangbanger.
He's a fucking human being.
He's an artist. He was a kind of a crazy genius who had addiction problems, and he set himself on fire to go to the psych ward in jail to get out of Gen Pop. And I watched documentaries like where RZA talked about it, like the other like members of Wu-Tang, like how they tried to help him, and then fucking Bad Boy was like, oh, well, we're good at exploiting, like, when Biggie died. We've made a whole career of that. Let's make, like, 5 albums after Biggie is dead. Yes, Biggie was amazing, an amazing MC, but he got fucking murdered. Same with ODB. So he gets out of jail, Bad Boy signs him, and they give him a giant advance. He's a fucking addict, so what's he do? He buys more crack, and he petered out.
I remember watching that
do very
documentary,
well.
Actually.
It's very depressing.
That's why he wrote, like... That's why he wrote, like... Oh, what's that fucking song with Mariah Carey and shit?
Oh, well, you talked about recording Fantasy with Mariah Carey. They're in the same studio. Mariah's recording, and ODB at the time had so much star power and charisma that he said to Mariah, who's a notorious fucking difficult person to work with,
according to Eminem especially.
Yeah, and she was like, come and be on my track. I have Fantasy recorded already. I'm going to do a remix. I'll have you. And it is... I like Mariah Carey, and it is my favorite Mariah track.
She talks to dolphins, I heard. Hold on a second. This is for the podcast.
Hey, was that a can of RC Cola, or what was that? What are you opening?
It's PBR.
What are you working
Dr.
with?
Pip.
Are you still drinking fucking PBR?
It's PBR.
That's all I got these days.
You I
wasn't sure I was going to say anything until you asked him what he was drinking. I was
Tyler,
like, I'm going to bring up the PBR.
Tyler, you make better money than I do. You can afford something.
I do actually make fucking pretty sick money.
You could actually drink a craft beer.
You know what?
I drank
that shit gives me the shits and a fucking headache in the morning. So
I drank craft beer from BC today.
What beer did
you
drink?
I forget. As soon as I said that, as it came out of my mouth, their ear, I was going to be like, what kind? And I don't remember. Big Rock.
I've never had that.
Yeah, you haven't had it, Tyler, because you're unsophisticated, and that's why we're here.
I don't
it's
go
an
around
intervention
drinking.
to make you more snooty.
Listen, hey,
I'm too busy smoking the Cron. Instead.
Quick Diddy segment. Jordan has worked with Diddy.
I met Diddy.
And I remember you had nothing but positive shit.
Did he seriously do like that?
He was humble, wasn't he?
Diddy was super cool. I was so impressed with how humble and very friendly and very cool Sean Combs was.
Killing Tupac with
Sean Puffy Combs. Sean Puffy Combs.
And his DJ was fucking Biggie's DJ. And I literally...
What was his handle?
I don't remember.
I wouldn't know either.
DJ Biggie.
What? You're right. I was talking to him and and he actually it was almost like
it's fucking awesome, dude.
Just to make him be able to say I was Biggie's DJ. He's talking about how the day's gonna go and then he's like, so Sean's gonna do this and Sean's gonna do that, and then Biggie's.
That's an everyday life for those dudes.
And then he pauses, he's talking about this and that, and then he's like, and then Biggie's going to be coming down here and he's going to do this. I'm like, wait, did I just say Biggie? Shit, did I still just say Biggie? Fuck, how long has it been? I'm like,
96 is when he got capped.
So, you knew Biggie? He's like, I was Biggie's DJ. I'm like, seriously? Holy shit.
Man.
You said
it's fucking awesome.
Earlier, anyways, later on that day, the crazy thing about
was that guy also humble, dude?
Oh, he was very, very great. They were both great guys. But Diddy later on, as Puff Daddy, as P Diddy's about to hit the stage, he turns to his boy. He's like, "Yo, give me my ears," asking for his in-ear monitors, his molds that are made of his ears for his in-ear monitors.
Because it's fucking Diddy, and he's gonna have the best shit.
And his guy's like, what? And Diddy's like, my ears. Where are my ears? You're supposed to have my ears.
Yeah.
And his guy's like,
you don't have my ears.
I thought you grabbed them upstairs. I don't have them. And Diddy's like, you don't have my ears. And this is actually at Much Music. It wasn't the MMVAs. It was right after the Much Music Video Awards. It was this fashion fundraiser thing.
Yeah,
it was pretty clutch.
That P Diddy was headlining. And,
was this was he about to go on kind of thing?
He was right about to go on, and there was literally in the parking lot of Much Music and his green room where his ears were.
So he doesn't have anything to hear himself, right?
Oh, he had rehearsed with his ears in, so that was what we were planning.
Yeah, exactly.
But
fuck.
I wasn't actually mixing, because I was literally with him while this is all happening. And so Diddy turns to me, he's like, do you have any monitors out there at all?
This is what Diddy said. He said, I don't want to live no more. Sometimes I hear out the front door. I'm living every day.
All about the Benjamins.
And then he's like, and then he was all of a sudden he was like, we ain't nowhere.
I don't actually know. I'm doing Biggie.
Nowhere.
But he also, you know what he also said? You know what he?
That boy's
You know what? Also, you know what else he said? He said, "So you want to be hardcore with your hat in the back, talk about the gats in your raps, but I can't deal with that." And then, okay, I'm done.
And then all of a sudden he was just like,
He's got dolphin teeth.
Listen, do you have any speakers out there at all that could put my voice out so I could hear myself? And I'm like, yeah.
Which is crucial for hip hop. You're not screaming. You
we
need
have
to hear
some
yourself.
monitors. It's gonna be okay. Chill out. But just the fact that his guy that works for him
fucked up.
Yeah. Pretty seriously.
But he didn't trip out because he's a professional.
Zero trip out.
Because shame has no value in the business world. I know this.
Listen, I've done a lot of shows.
People understand shit happens, right? They're like, oh,
shit does happen. Yeah, it happens.
None to get fucking pissed off.
I want to also think that he actually remembered my name from Soundcheck. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on that.
Did he say? Jack Layton remembered your name.
Jack Layton remembered my name.
Rest in peace.
Sick. We're running out of time, boys.
But no, we're not. We're not. We're gonna probably split this into 2 episodes.
I'm gonna go party with my homies later tonight.
Yeah, but if you leave the show, then we're gonna talk shit about you and say you're a Nazi sympathizer.
My dad didn't like Jack Layton.
Yeah, but your dad's. Anyway, that's a huge digression. Let's get back to Diddy.
Diddy. I was almost done.
Jordan's just wrapping up. He's just wrapping up. Hey, it's Bad Boys for Life, so we still have time for Bad Boys.
Hey, speaking of that song,
he did butcher Kashmir though.
You know what I found out the other day? This is not a personal thing. I don't know.
No, that's fair.
I butchered your mom's Kashmir, E-Rock.
Shit. What's the name of the guitar player from that song? Jane's Addiction, dude.
I was gonna say Perry Farrell. Dave
Navarro.
Yes.
Dave Navarro's mother was murdered.
What?
Dave Navarro's mother was murdered by a professional bodybuilder.
That's why he wears eye makeup.
Yeah.
How'd he kill her? Did he kill her with his muscles?
He dropped a barbell.
No, seriously, did he use just straight up human force? Or did he beat her with a club?
He stabbed her a bunch.
Why?
Oh, what a fucking
What was the motive?
pussy.
What was his motive?
They had broken up, and he
was fucking her.
He'd stalked her for a long time. Yeah, they had been together. And
because Dave Navarro was a handsome guy, so you got to expect his mom was handsome too.
Dave Navarro. Dave Navarro was actually before this guy murdered his mom. Dave Navarro had actually kind of been taken hostage by this dude.
Hostage.
That's terrible.
But because
I did not know this.
So because the guy had been dating his mom, they kind of had a relationship. So after this guy had taken him hostage and tied him up and threatened him, he also calmed down. And he was like, "I'm really sorry. Don't tell your mom about this." So Dave Navarro didn't tell his mom that this guy took him hostage, and then the guy ended up killing his mom.
But the thing now, as an outsider with no information on the situation,
true story about Dave Navarro.
Look, it's Excuse Factory. I'm ready to pass judgment. Hey, Dave, maybe when you're doing those stupid tattoo shows where you look like a little bitch and you have fucking eye makeup on. Hey, people wear eye makeup. I wore eye makeup in university. Jordan doesn't know that, but I had a period where I was kind of walking on the wild side when I would party. I would wear. There was a few parties I went to where I went in drag, and it was just to get pussy.
Did it work?
It did work.
Okay, if it worked.
Quick callback to a previous episode where I talked about breaking my hand. No, Tyler.
I just want to talk about somebody dying.
Okay.
Mr. Dressup's wife died. This is what I've been told.
Yeah.
She died because she got hit by a car.
I knew that.
While she was in the store.
Yes, I knew that.
Drove through the wall.
And that's
everyone.
When you say that, I mean it's heartbreaking from two sides. As an early 80s child, I grew up listening to Mr. Dressup. And I remember hearing about his wife and how she passed, and he was still alive.
No, he's long gone too now.
No. But I'm when his wife died, I think he was still alive.
Well, yeah, he was.
Yeah, so he had to experience that shit, which is terrible. It's one thing to watch a loved one die naturally, but to experience
there was also
a preventable tragedy.
Let's just not.
No, we're gonna do it. Tyler.
Do you remember there was Lamb Chops Play Along? Do you remember Lamb Chops? Of course.
Yeah, it's a song that never
You're
ends.
like a little bit older than me, but still. Do
Not
you remember
much.
Under the Umbrella Tree though? That's one.
Under the umbrella tree. Da, da,
Shut
da,
the
da,
front door, man.
Ran a situation. Did a masturbation. Under the umbrella tree.
And then we'll bomb the nation. Cause fucking punk rock is rocking the nation.
Under the umbrella tree.
Under the umbrella.
There was you remember there was Jay? There was I can't remember. There was Iggy the iguana.
Ziggy.
We're
Iggy
talking about Under the Umbrella Tree. Who else?
Iggy
was
the
on that?
iguana, man. There was what was the Blue Jay's name?
Jay.
Jay.
His
And
name was
what
Jay.
was the? She was a thing. I can Google it.
I wanna say-
can Google it.
I get that show mixed up
This
with
isn't a research podcast.
no. I get that show mixed up with today's
I'm not going
special.
to Google it because
It's
I got to
today's
piss so bad. I can almost taste it.
special. Da-da-da.
I just
It's
pissed.
about
Fuck.
to appear.
You guys know what's awesome about this podcast? I can get up and go smoke a bong and take a piss really quick.
Yeah, do that
Because you guys are together as well.
we're basically
There's no odd silence.
splitting this episode into two. We're down.
Bro,
we're
I'm
an hour
fucking
deep.
like jittering. My feet are going nuts. I get pissed so
Shittering.
bad.
I'm like the singer of Great White. I've
Shittering?
just smoked my first crack rock. I've had a big. Okay, for anybody
We're
who's
already
done.
an hour 5 deep, and we haven't even edited any beats.
No, we haven't
or
done
reverb.
anything. I've never smoked crack, but I've done cocaine. I know
But
that.
Those guys from that band have.
I know.
And one hell of a
I haven't done
concert.
cocaine in a long time, but
I sold weed to Classified.
really,
Yeah.
I'm
Really?
not. I don't like the direction that he's gone. with
I
his
met
music.
Classified at Loyalist College.
I'm sure
He
a
was
lot
kind
of
of a
people did
turd.
that day.
I overcharged Classified.
12,
He
15
gave
grams
70
for
for,
$15 for a gram, bud.
$80 a quarter.
$60 half quarters.
It was listen.
Yeah.
Okay, I will
We used
say
to call
this.
like preppy kids. We used to call preppy kids $60 half quarters.
You pay $60 half quarter.
Those
you-
dudes would like give you a tip. They'd be like, "No, just like really, man. Here's an extra $10, man. Like, thanks." Like,
Yeah.
and you're like, what?
Okay.
That's like if you sell any kind of drug to someone and you're like, yeah, there's a. So this is the
There's a
price of the
tip?
drug, and then it's $10 for me to.
No,
pay.
I
I mean,
I
you
was-
fucking tip your pizza guy. You don't fucking tip your drug dealer.
I've done a few Classified shows, and I only made the mistake one time of not bringing
Oh
weed.
my god, I gotta pee.
I did already.
Tyler,
I've
go
already
pee.
gone. Go
Tyler,
pee.
go pee. Jordan went piss, and you and I
just
had a
went
very
piss.
smooth
All right, you tell
segue
your
without
story,
him.
Jordo. Man, I'm out. I'm
No,
out.
he's
bouncing.
not going to tell any stories. You have to
I'm
be
gonna
there
wait
to
till you're
react.
No, I'm gonna pee. It's gonna take a minute.
I peed. It's fine.
Can you imagine though? Just
Hey,
Tyler's gone.
Wait,
Wait, so it's just
what?
me and Jordo on
No.
the show.
I'll beat Tyler.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, but that whole that whole
I
yeah
know,
but
so
thing
is
is it's actually a riff Tyler and I had from when we worked at a call
I
center
can't beat
together.
Tyler. I won't.
You can't be. But when Tyler and I worked at a call center, the whole yeah but was when you had somebody who won't let you talk on the phone,
Yeah.
and then you're like, no, but yeah, and then so we, because like you take 10,000 phone calls, you're like, okay, I know what's gonna come, no matter what, nobody can surprise me. So then when Tyler and I would riff, I'd be like, we'd try to talk over each other. It's like, yeah, but like when we worked at the call center together. The rules were a little lax, so you could have whatever the fuck on your desk. You'd eat at your desk. You'd have books, paper, pens. So when I met Tyler, we both worked at the call center, and I was new. My wife at the time was pregnant with her first and only child. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to become an adult now and take my job seriously. And I met Tyler, and he brought us like good sense of fun into the job. And he had these two like no-name toys that were basically Terminator. When the Terminator was in the skeleton mode, when all the flesh was burned away.
Right.
And he would take them, and they were very flexible. They could flex into whatever pose. So I'd be on a call, and I'd look up, and like the one Terminator's railing the other Terminator's butthole. Or like. So we had pens and paper at the desk. So I'd look up. Tyler would draw a giant, fully engorged penis, and we had a little like divider between our wall.
Right.
And I'm like talking to someone, leaving a voicemail, and I look up, and there's this like boner that's slowly sliding upwards. It's a paper boner. And I'm leaving a message to a client. I'm like, yeah, so I'm just calling about your device, blah 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 blah. And I see a boner, and I start laughing. But when you become an OG call center person, you know that if you hit like pound or star at the end of a voicemail, like, oh, you're asking me to re-record the message, so now you can re-record the message and forget the part where you're laughing at a dick. But I eventually got to the point where I could see a paper boner, where the Terminator dolls like fucking each other in the ass, or one guy, they're 69ing, and I wouldn't laugh at all. I became
cold.
Hardened.
Almost dead.
Yeah, dead.
Dead inside.
People have read Vietnam literature where they talk about the 1,000-yard stare.
That was what you had.
To this day, I still have it. Now, I do work in a call center, but I'm not on the phone. I'm a chat agent.
Maybe we should pause and save.
No, we're not going to pause it, because Tyler had to pee and
I want to talk about saving.
Smoky you.
We don't need to save because it's been another half hour.
It's been another half hour. Yeah, we'll hit save. We'll wait for Tyler to come back, because he's probably still recording, because he's slack. Hey, is that...
Nice. That was good. That was a nice unit.
So, Tyler currently looks like Ralph Macchio from Karate Kid.
Also a member of Suicidal Tendencies.
I didn't hear a thing.
Institutionalized to the ones crazy. Institutionalized to the ones crazy.
I want a Pepsi.
Tyler, I said you look like a member of Suicidal Tendencies because you're wearing a bandana. We also...
I said you look like Ralph Macchio.
We didn't racialize that.
We didn't racialize that. It wasn't
I'm
about
trying to grow a
trolling.
beard, you guys. Can you see it?
Tyler,
So
Can
good,
it?
baby.
have you seen... Listen, I know that this is not a video podcast. There's no video support. But just so people at home are aware, I have a heroic level beard. I am...
Jordan
so
is
fully bearded.
Full beard.
That
if I took all of the hair on my head, if I took my entire body hair quotient,
hold on, actually,
doesn't cover
I
what's
can't
on
actually
his
see
face.
your beard because you guys have those stupid filters on still.
Really?
Turn
Turn the
off
filters
now?
off.
I don't know how.
What do you mean you don't know how to turn the
I'm
filters off?
over it. I'm over it. Cali weed, bud. Straight Trenton. That's better. Oh no, it's back to the stupid fucking... Over.
So, actually, with the new mic... Hold on. You know what? We should talk about the gear I brought you.
Eric, I went back to the stupid beard fucking filter, man.
No, we didn't. Tyler, you're hallucinating, and I'm sorry that you have a problem with drugs, but this is a straight edge podcast, and we're trying to make it clean.
Can't help it, man.
Did that get rid of the filter, you big pussy?
No, it's still on.
Really?
I don't know.
Can you guys see?
No.
It's really small.
Alright, I'm over it.
It doesn't
Fuck
show.
it.
I'm hitting the no filter button.
There we go.
Alright.
Okay, is that better? Not that anybody who's listening to an audio file can fucking hear
Finally
what
getting
you're
around.
We
seeing.
should really stop talking about the visual. Hold on. I know how to fix this. Watch. Can you hear my beard?
I can. I wish I could.
Tyler can,
Wait,
but
wait,
people
wait.
at home might. 'Cause
Wait, actually,
I'm rubbing it against.
no, I
the-
can. It sounds gross.
It should sound gross.
It's like this, like. Anyways.
It's to sound like when I lower my pants to pee and my undies, the elastic
basically it,
band of
yeah,
my
it's-
pubes
it's-
rub against, or the elastic band of my undies rubs against my pubes.
No, but it's okay. I have a bad haircut and a very full beard, so
Yeah, he's a full
it
beard.
It really doesn't matter that Tyler's drinking PBR because
Yeah,
I've already upped the hipster.
Actually, my
quotient.
roommate came in and gave me his quarter of a Miller, which is probably flat.
That's kind of. I mean, that's nice.
So does he pee in your mouth
MTV?
regularly, or is it
I
just
don't-
for tonight's episode?
I don't understand if
Well,
that
we
was a
went out-
favor.
Hey,
I think he's actually trying to like show that he's better than you.
hey,
We
Tyler's
went out
roommate.
for, we went out for Wendy's. Hey, Tyler's roommate.
Hey, Tyler's roommate, don't piss in Tyler's mouth, bud. That's only my job.
Is what I'm trying to say.
I have also sold marijuana to I Mother Earth and
Wait, I Mother Earth with
And-
what's the name of the
it's
singer?
Brian.
It wasn't
It wasn't
Edwin
It
McCain.
wasn't Edwin.
Oh,
Edwin.
shit.
I think he's back with the band now, but for a while there he was a bartender.
Edwin, he's like, hey, I don't want to be in a progressive alternative rock band that their favorite band is Rush. No, I'm going to be Edwin McCain, and then Edwin McCain peaked like for about 6 months. No, I'm going to be a bartender. Hey,
he was a bartender at Tattoo Rock Club, Rock Parlor.
Oh, that sucks.
It was a sad situation.
I'm glad I never made a run in the music industry, because it's better to be a failure in the punk world than a failure as somebody trying to make money. You know?
And you played at Punk Fest.
Yes.
I did play at Punk Fest twice. I played at Spring Bash with Welfare Space Pirates, and I played with Combat Jacks at the actual... Or no, it was Welfare Space Pirates. We played Punk Fest 2010, I think. And then Combat Jacks, I played bass in the band. I was a sideman. And I did Spring Bash 2012, maybe. It was the before Proto. Right. They have 2 parties a year.
Did you do any PCP?
No! Okay, so back then I was still doing drugs. And I was like, okay, I can't even get coke. Which was fine. I wasn't like, I didn't have to have it back then. So I'm asking around, because we played a show with Juno-nominated grindcore band Fuck the Facts. Remember we saw Fuck the Facts in Kingston?
I remember
in 2002?
Yes. Gay club.
It was a gay club, and it was the most insane hardcore show I've ever seen. Next to the time I fucking opened for them at a fucking squat in Ottawa. I think it was Kent House. Any of the Ottawa punks can correct me on that.
My roommates are going out for a drink.
But I played at Kent House. It was so gross you didn't take your shoes off when you played there. And we opened for them. And back then I used to do coke all the time. I couldn't get it. So I was like, who's got drugs? And there's this fucking punker broad, giant tits. She's like, I asked my friend, like, okay, they don't have coke. What do they got? He's like, this chick over here is selling speed. I'm like, not meth, right? Because I don't want to do meth. I had standards. I'm not going to...
Speed,
I've never done meth or crack or heroin. I'm not going to do those things. I won't do that.
This is an accident.
So I was like, dude, all I have is debit. Like, can I do an eat? And I just asked him, like, I sniffed out the scene. He's like, he just gave me a $5 bill. He's like, go see this chick. I'm like, oh, thanks, man. And I went over... I bought a pill of trucker speed, and I had my no, I didn't drive, but I had my friend's car. I went into it. I railed it up. I railed like it was a monster, fucking giant, fucking 2 rails. I did it in one shot. I went back in, and Fuck the Facts was playing. There was a band called Arsenal of Empties, and they were just like yeah, like just straight grindcore, like blast beats. They were insane. This was when I was fat. I was like probably weighing in at 230, and we did our like thrash punk show. We were pretty good, but I'm like half dead by the end of it because it was so hot in there. Arsenal of Empties did grindcore. I'm like, how the fuck do you guys still keep going? It is so hot in here. It's just cigarette smoke is the air. And then I do the speed. I come back, and it's fucking Fuck the Facts. I'm a fat guy. I'm speeding. I'm like, well, it's not like coke, but I feel very confident and energetic. I took my shirt off, and I ruled the pit. And I had all these greasy, like, junky, squeegee kid punks bouncing off my gut. And I'm in like a kind of a squat stance, like when you ride a city bus. Like, I'm not going to fall down. People are bouncing off me. And I ruled the pit, and Mel Mongeon, or however you say her name, the singer from Fuck the Facts, still the most gorgeous metal singer out there.
What's her name from Arch Enemy?
She's hotter than Arch Enemy because she's more accessible.
Okay.
Not that I tried because I'm married and my wife is hot and she's my fantasy still. But full disclosure, this was like 6 years ago.
They had coitus today.
It's cool that I was still participating in antisocial behaviors. But anyway, that was actually the most prestigious show I ever played because Fuck the Facts were that year or the year afterward. They had EP called Die Miserable, and they were nominated for Juno Awards Best Metal Album, but they didn't win because they're straight grindcore, and the judges were probably like, it sounds like a CD skipping, so I don't want to listen to that.
They give it to Voivod or something?
I don't know. This is Canadian Music Awards, so it doesn't matter. As a Canadian, I can say this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Tyler, or Jordan.
Yeah.
Did we achieve what we set out to achieve today?
I don't know, man. I
feel like there was something you and I talked about in the preamble that I've forgotten. I
don't know, man. I've been working for 14.
Wasn't there a horrible boss component? You're going to talk about bad bosses in the music industry.
Oh, well, Steve Miller.
Well, that was one of them.
Terrible. Actually, I should mention that his crew actually told me...
Maffew Good. I'm
Good.
interrupting you. You're going to say Maffew Good was a piece of... And don't sing it yet, Tyler. Hold back. Because when we sing it, you and I are going to come in unison.
Okay.
Hold up.
Man.
We're going to do it.
Okay, guys. Sorry. So, I'm doing a Maffew Good show in Oshawa. It's in Oshawa.
Yeah,
and,
Dirty Schwa.
Dirty Schwag.
Schwa.
Anyway, so I'm gonna go from my perspective to start. Okay, so I am inside the theater setting up for this Maffew Good show. I know much of his crew because the Canadian,
it's a small
rock and roll touring industry.
Community.
It's a small community, so I know a lot of the guys, and a lot of them are my friends.
Yeah.
And so, a bunch of guys that I know who will remain nameless are on the road with them.
Okay.
And we're progressing well into a setup, and I think everything is wonderful.
Great. Levels are good.
But everything's going great. We're not at the point where there's I don't think we're patching the stage yet. Like, there's definitely nothing coming through the PA.
And then you hear this.
Lights are going up.
Industry.
All of a sudden.
Jargon.
All of a sudden.
Yo.
Boom! Side doors of the theater get kicked open.
Would you say "Hello, Time Bomb" was a phrase that you'd use to describe what was happening?
Boom! Time bomb. For sure.
Was he ready to go off at that point?
He was 100% ready to go off at this point. So, Maffew Good comes storming into the building. I haven't seen him yet, right?
Apparition.
As he kicks open the double doors, there's like smoke.
He slams open the double doors. He's smoking.
He's having a dart.
He's smoking. He's having a fucking dart.
Which all three of us know is illegal in Ontario. You cannot smoke
inside a theater.
You could piss in the theater. It's better than smoking
you can have
in the
intercourse. All right, Charlie, finish.
Yeah, so Matt Good comes storming into the fucking theater.
He's storming.
He's smoking. He's fat.
What?
I have not seen him since.
Did he have thick?
Apparition. I haven't seen him since Apparition. So he comes storming. And he's fat. He's smoking.
And
he yells. He's like, "Which one of you racist motherfuckers called my keyboard player a thief? Huh? Which one of you racist fucks?
What?
Was it you? Was it you?
What does...
Who the fuck said that to him?
What does that have to do with...
What the fuck? That's it. Back it all up. We're not playing tonight.
No
way.
Get
the fuck out of here.
No
We're
way.
leaving. Then he storms out of there.
No way.
Yes.
Did somebody talk sense into him? What happened?
So, apparently...
He's probably...
so, the guys are touring on a bus.
Okay.
And when you arrive at a venue in the morning, there's catering set up.
Mm-hmm.
There's breakfast, basically, is laid out. And depending on how fancy you are...
You got bacon, you got eggs over easy, you got bacon, you got brown toast.
Not if you're Matt Good. No, if you're Matt Good, you
got smoked salmon.
You got a continental style breakfast if you're Matt Good. If you're Canadian,
you got microwave scrambled eggs.
There was no scrambled eggs. It was continental breakfast, man. There was Danishes and bagels and shit. Anyways, Matt Good's keyboard player is this black dude from like the deep south.
He's a brother.
Okay. Brother from the deep south.
So he's probably better than everybody else in the
he
whole
is a
fucking
killer
band.
Musician.
Wait.
He could be doing way better.
Dude, I don't know how far south. He's just southern. He's just southern black
Still.
So apparently, he's standing in the lobby where the catering was, and he just woken up, crawled off the bus, and he's standing there, and he's just holding a loaf of bread, and he's like, "Do I want peanut butter? Do I want to toast this? Do I want this raw?
He's trying to figure it out.
He's just trying to figure shit out. He's just holding this loaf of bread, and so." My business partner at the time, Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny says to him, Johnny says, "Hey man, you don't need to take the whole loaf. Make yourself a sandwich."
Johnny.
Literally, this is what he says.
Johnny's a fucking goof. Johnny's
a goof.
He's a fucking goof.
You fall down PC snitch, but I don't know about
Precisely.
Johnny's a special guy. I don't know. I wasn't there, but
we wish him well.
There was a witness.
Yeah.
A witness said that all Johnny said.
He made it unnecessarily uncomfortable. It sounds
was like, "Hey, you don't need to take the loaf of bread. Just make yourself a sandwich." Because apparently that was taking.
Just make yourself a sandwich.
So the guy got back on the bus and says to Matt Good, he's like, "Man, this guy inside just like accused me of stealing this loaf of bread.
Stealing a loaf of bread, like Kevin Costner and Robin Hood. You know what I mean?"
So it went from my business partner Johnny just saying, "Hey,
ex-business partner
Johnny saying, hey, just make yourself a sandwich," to, "Hey, you're stealing that loaf of bread because you're black."
I feel like he was playing what card was that keyboard playing? Do you know what card he was playing? Or
an ace of spades?
He's and don't forget the Joker.
There's the race card, Eric.
He's playing the race card. I'm sorry. I'm drinking red wine. I'm confused.
Okay. Anyways.
Okay.
Maffew then tweeted to.
He tweeted.
He tweeted. The crew.
I tweeted.
The crew at the theater in Oshawa are a bunch of racists.
Oh, they're so racist.
Oh, all of them.
Don't go to the show tonight.
You know, they misinterpreted what was said, so he's automatically racist.
Fun fact. Matt Good's only sold half the 600 seat theater.
Of course he did.
And he tweeted, "Don't go to the show tonight," and 2 people got a refund. So
okay, well, I hope
so
they
it really
got their money
did
back.
nothing.
Yeah, it did nothing.
Cool,
what year would this been in, like 2005?
Oh no, this would have been like
It's
2010.
Oh, 2010?
2010, 2011.
So,
I guess.
You know what Matt Good said on his tweet? Actually, I have a transcript up of the tweet. And he said, "Do you know that I got in love and it's so bad. And it's so bad. Hello, time bomb. I'm ready to go. Hello, time bomb. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I'm just reading what he wrote in the tweet. It's hard to interpret.
You know I'm gonna get a kiss from a rose.
Did you just...
He started singing Seal.
You just started singing Seal. Everybody, actually, can I have a quick... So, Jordan, I brought here... Jordan here is an interventionist, and this is an intervention for Tyler. And Tyler,
you need to stop singing.
You need to stop
singing.
You need to stop singing and wearing bandanas.
Bandanas, man. It's gonna lead to bad things.
I like to call them bandanials.
And I think you need to stop doing nollie, kickflip, 360 sharky, fakey flips, bud. I think you're doing too many of those.
The PBR.
He was close for a second.
When
Sharky, I don't know what the fuck that is.
When I lived with Tyler, he broke his foot.
That's a trick.
Tyler is a skateboarder, and occasionally, like, people on social media who he interacts with will give him free skate gear because he is actually quite good at it. But when he broke his foot, me as a writer for our project Slime Church, or graphic novel,
Slime Church.
I was like kind of like Annie Wilkes in the movie Misery, and some of you might know that the book Misery by Stephen King.
Yeah, it's fucking
and I was like,
awesome.
I was like, oh, this cockadoo brat is finally in his place. He can finally write the great Canadian graphic novel, but not write because Tyler's he's bad with words. So. He's an artist. He's good at
spell.
He's good at looking good and sounding good, and he moves physically. He's got the physicality of a young
voice.
He's got a young. He's kind of a cross between Brandon Walsh from 90210 and James Dean and Tony Hawk. Like, he's a skater.
Yeah.
He's an actor. He's an artist. Anyway. Nice. Jordan, did we mine all the good out of you? Are you tapped? Are you ready to...
Jordan didn't even talk. It was all you, Eric.
I know, I put on a fake dollar store beard.
I've been doing this for 14 years. You can't stop. I could come back.
Have you had to get coke?
Jordan back.
I'll be on episode 14. How's that sound?
You better be on episode 14. But Jordan, have you had to procure cocaine for any other artists, or was that it? Was that the only one?
Can we hear one more story? Eric, can you just shut the fuck up?
You shut the fuck up. I'm asking him to tell another story. I'm giving him a lead.
Eric.
Tyler. Oh my god. I am going to DM you about this. We're going to
Jordan,
get this.
I'm sorry you have
to hear this. Show the on.
Alright, listen, do you guys know I cry when you fight?
Yeah, he does cry. Not only is Jordan is like the hair club for men president, not only is he